sudden thoughts come up or stuff. So I'm just taking it easy with the practice, getting back into the body, just into the body. So let's go ahead and settle in, close our eyes. I'll just take like 3 big breaths to just land here, clear out whatever's happened. Big inhale. If you want to sigh out. One more. You can write it or you can just think it. You can say it. 5 to 10 things that are going right. Okay. Good. Just transforms a little bit. So let's go and bring the hands together at the heart. And let that go. We'll start some easy cat-cow. Number 1, I was like, the internet is working for me. My computer's working. My body is well. My friends are receptive. Cold leftover pizza is delicious. So it is a mindfulness practice to slow down and notice these things. All right, awesome. Come upright, roll the shoulders. Take the arms and stretch them out. Ooh, big stretch. Bring it into the heart and we'll exchange it back up. Bring it up and rotate out. Easy movement down, fingertips down, continue. Inhale, lift up. So we're really mindfully stretching through the fingers, lengthening up through the side body. Feel the activity as the arms are waking up, the shoulders, lots of different muscles surrounding the shoulder, the arm bone going into the shoulder joint that create this ability to do this. The shoulder blades have to move. Muscles have to contract, others have to relax to be able to take the arms up to rotate the hands together to the heart, to rotate them back up, and to control the movement of bringing them back down. Take the arms across the body to give yourself a hug. Hold on to your shoulder blades wherever you can. If you can, hold on and like crawl your fingers towards the inside of the shoulder blade. That might give you something to hold on to and draw your shoulder blades down and away from each other. Bring your chin down, just easy, mellow movement. Good, slowly release the arms, take them up, and release the fingers and press up. Big breath. And bring the hands forward, lean back. Soften the hands to the ground, and we're just gonna crawl the hands forward a bit to a forward fold. So you could take your time getting there. When you feel like you're at a good point to relax into it, relax. Bending the elbows, softening the neck. Keep the hands grounded and round the spine back like you are in a cat pose. And easy, come out from there. Walk the hands up. Let's change the leg position if you'd like to. Continue cat-cows. Awesome. Come upright, roll the shoulders some more. Just getting into this connection. Good. Stretch out the arms side to side, bring them up, interlace the fingers again, press up. Just a big stretch. Exhale, draw the hands forward, lean back. Inhale, reach up. Take the hands across to the opposite leg. Hold on to wherever you can. And lean back. Good. Bring the hands forward to forward fold. Relax into forward fold. Awesome. Come on up. Let's take a little bit of circle movement. Kundalini circles. Change direction. Good. Let's roll into a table. Keep flowing in your cat-cow. As you're flowing through your cat-cows, you can observe through your eyes, kind of softening the eyes and seeing where they track. So just noticing along this line, probably forward to underneath you, maybe towards the knees. You can almost just like pan forward and back and see what you see. Maybe a detail appears. Good. Come back into your table and stretch your right leg back. Take a moment here, making this a nice strong leg, toes pointed towards the ground. Bring the toes down, push into your foot. If it feels good to pulse a little bit, I like to see which way, like where the weight is going. If my heel is kind of pulling towards the pinky side or towards the big toe side, I want it pretty neutral. But where the weight is might feel differently up through the leg. Change legs. It's active leg to start. And bring the toes down, push back into that foot. Awesome. Come up to down dog. Step all the way forward. Bend into the knees and rise up. Take your time. Core is lifting you up from within. Stand into mountain pose. Find your mountain pose. Might need a few breaths here to find your feet on the ground. You might rock forward and back. Good. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, lengthen into plank pose. Step back. Hold your plank, but keep breathing. You might have the knees up or down. Nice active, strong front of the shoulder. Check that your neck is aligned, so the chin might draw in slightly, and it might pull forward just a little bit. Go ahead and lower all the way down. Come to cobra. Exhale, let that go. 4 more cobras. Inhale. Exhale. So really tapping into the strength of the feet, the strength of the legs, and the strength of the back. Low back, middle, shoulder blades towards each other. Great. Push back up into your down dog. Step all the way forward. Half lift into your forward fold. You might like a little wider stance for forward fold. Letting the body lower down. Gently shake your head, yes and no, letting go of the neck. And stand all the way up. Come up. Returning into mountain. Whew. So you might want to have your hands at the front of the chest. I kind of like keeping my elbows bent. We did this last time, just taking like movement, easy movement. Doesn't have to be like the biggest range of motion. Just moving the shoulders. I'm starting by rolling inward. And then I'll switch to outward. Take it easy. Getting into it. Good. Let that go. Stand into mountain pose. Just a little shoulder movement. Take your right foot and we'll just step it into a crescent lunge. Step it back. And just standing here in crescent lunge. Notice what you see with your eye. Keep breathing. Notice what you feel within you. What does this bring up for you? Excellent. Lower your hands down and step back into plank. Come all the way down. Cobra pose. Inhale. Exhale to push back into down dog. Awesome. Step forward. Halfway lift, forward fold. Slowly come up. All the way up to mountain. Take your left foot back into crescent lunge. Just finding this sense of inner stability, grounding into the feet. Everything else is drawing upwards, pelvic floor engaged. Lifting through the center core. Exhale to lower the hands down, step back into plank and come back through your chaturanga. Ending up in your down dog. Awesome. Take your left leg and lift it back. 3-leg dog. Exhale, step it forward and come back up into crescent lunge. Great. Step all the way forward. Come into your chair pose. Inhale, come up. Exhale to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step both legs into plank and come through your chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And up and down dog. Take your right leg up. 3-leg dog. Exhale to step that foot forward. And here we are on this side. Rise up. Crescent lunge. Oof. And step forward. Come down to chair. Inhale, come up to mountain pose, relax the arms. Take the hands to the hips. And we're just gonna do like, draw the, without doing a back bend, draw your elbows back a little bit. So I'm not pushing my ribs forward to do that. I'm just very slightly engaging. And then we're gonna do arms like this, warrior three, flying the right leg back. So just maybe a little bend into that left leg, just slightly. Kick the right leg back and draw the open heart forward. Keep breathing. And land. It doesn't have to be a total T shape. We're working towards a T shape, but wherever it is, pivoting over your standing hip, your standing leg, other leg back. Take your time. There's a line of strength from the front of your back ankle all the way through that leg, all the way through your front body and your core, opening across the chest, through the front of the neck, and all the way through the eyes and top of the head. Quite a line. And land it. Good. Let go of the arms. You can sway them forward and back a little bit. Make any movements with, appropriate caution for your own body. Good. Into mountain, step your right foot back into warrior one. Angle it out and step it back. Arms up. And it might become where you are rolling the tail slightly underneath you. Front body in, low belly in and up. Open heart. Hands might come towards each other. They might touch. If they do, press the palms together. And lift up the high heart. So lift up the chest without pushing the ribs far forward. Exhale, let that go. Step forward. Come down to chair. Come up, land into your mountain pose. Just stand in mountain. Step the left foot back into warrior one. So I always angle it out first and then step it back. It's a natural progression there. You can find your alignment. Drawing the hips forward. Little hug of the tailbones, the glutes, like lower glutes engage. And then we can reach. Again, if you'd like to bring the hands towards each other, maybe they touch. The gaze starts to lift upwards. Go ahead and step forward. Awesome. Forward fold. Take your time. Things like that tend to have some strain in the low back, or a little tension accumulates in the low back. If it feels good to sway a little bit in your upper body, lengthen into a half lift. Take your left foot all the way back. We'll bring the knee down. Walk your hands up that front leg. You can keep your hands here if you like. You can take them up if you like. Drawing forward a bit, lifting high. Exhale, lower the hand. And we can start an easy twist here. If you want to keep the back knee down, if you want to have your hand at the sacrum, or back knee up, arm up, many options. Try them, listen into your body. Exhale, rotate out, step back into plank. Come through chaturanga. Wall and up and down dog. Stretch your left leg up, three-leg dog. If you'd like to, bend the knees, scorpion, getting some hip rotation. You don't have to bend the knee to scorpion if you wanted to just rotate. Soft point through the ball mound of the foot, opening of the leg. Exhale, step that foot forward, take your back foot into warrior one, and we're coming back up through warrior one. Arrive into the pose. Lengthen out your front leg into pyramid. Try to level out the hips a little. It could be a soft bend into your front knee, but strong quads. Take a little time here. Bend back into your front knee, rise up to step forward. Inhale, reach up, forward fold. Letting go, sway if it feels good. Half lift, and this time the right foot's gonna come all the way back. Gentle, bring the knee down, walk your hands up that leg. Sometimes I start with my hand here at the leg just to get grounded. Find the strength of the core taking over to hold up, and eventually the arms can come. Good, exhale the hands down. Start your twist in your way. Twisting the heart towards that front knee. Easy, let that go. Step back. Come through your chaturanga. Always an option just to omit chaturanga if you're feeling like your shoulders need a little extra care. Maybe you feel fatigued from it. Sometimes if I'm like that, in that mode, I'll just come into table, maybe a cat-cow, and then join back in. Three-leg dog. Left leg up. Left leg? No. Right leg. Right leg. Scorpion, stretch it out and step your foot forward. Back foot comes to warrior one and come up. Lengthen into pyramid. Take your time coming into this pose. There's a lot that's happening with that front leg. And settle in. Bend that knee, rise up, step forward. Ah. Awesome. Let's go ahead and just do standing quad stretch and take it to dancer pose if you like. Stand onto your left leg, hold on to your right foot. This is what it was. I was thinking about dynamics of a pose last night and I couldn't remember which one it was until this moment. So thinking about what's going on functionally here. The hamstrings in the back of that leg are contracting to keep this knee bent. And there is some support since you're holding your foot. It doesn't have to contract as much. But if you get cramps in the back of your leg when you do quad stretches, it's because the hamstrings are kind of at their limit already of contracting. The quads are lengthening, stretching. And then as you start to kick into that hand, really holding a lot of strength in the shoulder so that we're not pulling the shoulder out, the arm bone out. We're holding that in. If you're coming into dancer, awareness into that shoulder. The low belly is drawing in, it's drawing up so that the low back is also protected and cared for. Good, ease out. Quad stretches tend to have inherent low back bends. So when we take the low belly up, giving strength to the front of the low back, you could think, it's helping to give support for the low back altogether. Other side. And just find your stretch first. Spend a little time with the quads. Depending on where you hold your foot, it might be more of a sensation if it was more towards like the center, or if I have my foot more towards the outer hip. You might feel differently on the quads. If you find a lot of pulling sensation at the knee, please ease off of it. And as you're ready, sliding into your dancer. Keeping softness in the jaw. Smoothness in the breath. Awesome work. Come out. That's so beautiful. Awesome. Come into the front of your mat. We'll just come down into a forward fold. Take your time, bend your knees with it. Another forward fold moment. Good. So we come up, we'll open out wide on the mat, take care of our wide forward fold. Parallel the outsides of the feet. So fold. Engage the quads in the front of the legs. So as that engages to straighten the leg, the hamstrings are lengthening. Bend the knees and come up. We'll just open out to the right, setting up into our warrior two position. I want to come into side angle most of all. So setting up your feet, your alignment, knee over the heel, and then stretch out. Get that sense of rotation. The eyes might start rotating towards the left side. Good. Reverse warrior. Let it go. Come into triangle. So I'm saying there's this lift and rotation upward. And gentle bend into your front knee, rise up. Parallel the feet back into wide fold. Wide forward fold, stretch out side to side. Noticing what you see along the way. So it might be just kind of naming the color of the thing you see, or you might find a special detail in maybe the carpet or the grain of, the wood. It might be something in the mat that is interesting. You might be noticing something in your hands. Then come back up. Open out to the left. We'll set up on this side. Coming into your side angle. Reverse warrior, up and over. Keep breathing. Into triangle. Let that go, bend your knee. Back into your wide forward fold. One more time, and we'll just take a moment to roll the shoulders in a wide forward fold. Maybe you bend your knees. Whatever feels good here. Just a moment of free movement. Awesome. We're just gonna bend the knees and rise up. Coming back to the front. Heel toe, let it go. Heel toe, let it go. Back to the front of your mat. Coming down all the way. Forward fold. Bring the knees down. Coming down into your tabletop. Slide back into child's pose. For this child's pose, if it's available, to take the palms together behind the neck. Devotional pose. You have your hands there. Go ahead and soften them forward. Letting go. You can come up to a kneeling position, tucking each toe under. So pinky toes. If that is not a good thing for your feet, you could just sit on the feet or on the heels. You could put something else underneath you. If this kind of deep bend in the knees is like not it, stack things underneath so that you have more space, more cushioning. And if you have your toes tucked, we're just sitting here breathing. One more breath. Bring the hands forward if you have your toes tucked. You can gently let that go and pat your feet, and we'll all come back to the heels. Or patting. And just another moment here. While we are here, let's take the right arm across the body. Let's use the left arm to kind of like draw it. This is like thread the needle. Notice what's happening with your arm, with your shoulder. Is it drawing up to the ear? We kind of keep it level across the collarbone. Change arms. And easy to let that go as well. Just slide the legs forward, however they get there. You can take both legs forward to start. And easy, I'm not pushing my knee all the way to the ground. I'm just like bending one knee at a time. Roll your legs in and out. You can use your hands to support you at the sides if that feels good. Like I'm just tapping my toes. Ground into this left leg. Take your right leg and we'll bring it into like a tree pose. Reach up and fold over your extended leg. A little soft bend in the knee might be nice. Keep the quads engaged. This is giving support to the knee. Walk the hands up. The knee that's bent, take that foot across the body. So we'll start a twist. But let's take a moment and hug that knee across. So it creates a bit like a pigeon stretch across the outer glute and hip area. When you're ready, bring your other hand behind you, lift up the spine. If you want to keep your elbow hooked around the knee, or if you want to take it to the outside of the knee. Ground into your extended leg. Exhale to rotate out from here. Just go ahead and change out legs. Reach up and fold. We want to make sure and check that the toes are tracking together. The pinky side is lined up with the big toe, so it's not rolling out. A little flexion of the foot towards you, so bringing the top of the foot towards you. Walk your hands back up and we'll take the leg across. So have the knee across the body to the opposite shoulder. You can use your other hand to support you, but we're kind of just getting into this part first before we twist the spine. Good. When you're ready, lift up the spine, turn over towards your left shoulder. Let's roll out from here. Bring the feet together to butterfly. Come up. You can use your hands to support the knees. And we're just gonna come back to our backs. Come through your boat pose. Take a moment along the way. Any of the boat pose options. Slowly lowering down to your back. When you get there, hug the knees, massage your back. And come up to bridge pose. So anchor the feet. Lift up the hips. The knees stay aligned with the hips and the feet. Exhale, lift up the heels and roll down all the way down. Good. Take your right leg up. And we'll cross it over for figure four. Come into your figure four. So then let go of that, take your leg back up. You might give it a big stretch. Change sides. Change out. Bring the feet down. Easy drawing the knees side to side. So the feet are maybe about as wide as the mat. Letting the knees softly move side to side. So it creates a twist along the waist. And when the knee that's on top directs kind of towards the bottom of the mat, hold there. Change sides. So at the bottom of this position, I'm letting my knee stretch towards the bottom corner of the mat, stretching up across the ribs to twist. Just going to anchoring the opposite shoulder. Good. Let that go. Happy, baby? Bring the feet down and we'll come into your favorite twist. Whatever twist you would like to come into, recline. Taking a moment to become a little heavier, letting go of the body. Roll to the other side. And roll out. Good. Now, if you need to take any other poses or movements, anything to help you settle in, you might like to spend a moment in daydreamer or butterfly. You might like to do another twist, shoulder stand, bow. Any wiggles, any movements. Sometimes I just like big stretches first. And when you're ready to settle in and let go, let it be just that. Into your Shavasana in your time.